I needs more DLC in my Smash characters. I needs them.
Another broken TV character? Come on, Sakurai! The roster of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is nothing short of ultimate! What, were you expecting me to say something clever? Okay, fine! It's bootyful. That's all I gotta say, get out of my face. Something tells me that with all this stuff in this game, we can expect not only more characters, but more third-party characters. So, here are mine, not yours, mine picks for third-party DLC characters that need to be in Smash right now. Or else. When Terry Bogard was announced as the next guest character, my mind ran wild with all sorts of fighting game possibilities. Like that one guy from 3D Balls. What, you don't know 3D Balls? On the SNES? You gotta get with the times, son! Or daughter, don't want to make assumptions. But in all seriousness, my pick is Kazuya Mishima from Tekken. This was a tough one. I could have gone with Heihachi since he's arguably the most iconic character in the series, diaper included, or Yoshimitsu with his long history of playing for both teams, and by both teams I mean Tekken and Soul Calibur. And even though Jin made his first appearance in Tekken 3, he very quickly became sort of the poster boy for the series. Ish. But I'm picking Kazuya since he's been in the series longer than his son, he has a cooler looking moveset compared to his son Tossin Daddy, and unlike Ninja Dude, he's a main character. Silly Yoshimitsu, only main characters can sit at the main characters table. His devil form could be his final smash, and maybe incorporating some of those powers into his moveset could make him a force to be reckoned with. And hey, if Kazuya is well received, then you can bring in the true King of Iron Fist, Gun. You know he needs to be in this game, damn it! The main Resident Evil games have all been good. Except for 5 and 6, but I wouldn't know, I never played them. I'm just crapping on them like everyone else so that people will like me. Now I know what you're thinking, cause I am a certified mind reader. Leon, right? You stupid butt. I'm picking Jill Valentine. Why Jill and not Leon, you heathen, you may be asking? Well, I based this list mostly on the importance of the characters. Smash Brothers is mainly a celebration of Nintendo's history, yes, but it's also evolved beyond that. It's now seen as a celebration of video games in general. I think it's safe to say at this point that a third-party character being included in Smash is a badge of honor, recognizing and solidifying their place in gaming history. Resident Evil 4 arguably is the best game in the series, yes, but Resident Evil 1 is the most important for creating a new type of horror game.
Search your feeling. You know that without this scene we wouldn't have. Also, Jill was an MVC too, so her fighting game credentials check out. Neener, neener.
Correct me if I'm wrong, which you won't because without the Resident Evil 1 remake, and 0, which we don't talk about in this household, young man, we wouldn't have Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube, which is now on every system, including both the Switch and the Gizmondo. Damn it, Nintendo, don't give me the stick of bullshit! We already have classic Mega Man, so let's get nuts!
And bolts.
You stink!
Also, X is a million billion times cooler than classic Mega Man. Oh yes. I went there. X's gameplay would be similar to classics, but throw in his own unique weapon and his ultimate armor as a final smash and baby, I'm yours. Unless you bring in 0, because he's a million billion times cooler than X. Oh yes, I went there. Unlike X, most of Zero's moves feel like they are part of him. By linking these moves so effortlessly, he'd be nigh untouchable in the hands of a skilled player. I don't care if he's an assist trophy, I need that magnificent mane to be playable in my Smash. When I think of Street Fighter 2, I think of pizza. Because when I lived in California as a child, I used to eat at this small Pizza Hut which had arcade games. Why am I bringing this up, you may ask? No reason. I'm just hungry for pizza. And so are you. If I had to pick another Street Fighter character, Akuma would be too easy, so I'm picking ChunLi, the first lady of fighting games. Her flashy moveset alone would make her pretty appealing, and her rapid kicks would be a great way to rack up damage fast. And maybe her final smash could be her super duper special awesome Ball of Doom from MVC. So Sakurai, please bring ChunLi
pretty, please?
You already banished Mai Shiranui so hard you wouldn't even put her in the background. Are you going to deny one of the most recognizable characters, not just in fighting games, but in gaming history? She's just as iconic as Ryu and Ken, and if you're only gonna include one more Street Fighter,
Let it be her.
Okay, last Capcom character here. Maybe. Probably. I'm stalling for time here. So I can say, Monster Hunter, baby! Different colors with different armors with different methods of attack and different genders! You know how Shulk can switch between different attack styles, and Pokemon Trainer can switch between different types of legally trained cockfights? Give Monster Hunter the ability to switch between different weapons. Boom, best character in the game. And the taunt will be the cooking of the meat, and the fishing of the meat, and the beating of the... No More Heroes holds a special place in my nerdy heart as one of my favorite games on the Wii. I was entering college when this game came out, and it appealed immensely to my inner edgy lordy otaku hipsterness. Remember, the Wii was criticized for being perceived as a family-friendly children's baby toy. Then this game came along to German suplex the naysayers into oblivion, and then proceeded to teabag them while yelling to the heavens that it had sexual relations with their mothers before whispering into their ears. No More Heroes is simple but rewarding hack-and-slash gameplay, over-the-top yet engaging story, and cast of quirky, outlandish characters make this something that had to be seen to be believed. It had a sequel, which was fine, I guess, and an updated version of the first game was released on the PS3 and the 360. And there was Travis Strikes Back, but he's a lot like that one relative we don't hang out with anymore because he got arrested for indecent exposure, so... we don't talk about him. And it looks like No More Heroes is coming home to Nintendo with the third game. So if you ask me, now is the time to bring Travis Touchdown, everyone's favorite foul-mouthed, beam katana-wielding, pro-wrestling, Super Saiyan Tiger transforming otaku to Smash. The 90s was the golden age of video game mascots. Too bad most of them were bronze. After Mario and then Sonic the Porcupine, everyone hopped on the mascot train, but only some would stay on track. One of these was a bandicoot named Crash. Now, why should this Australian marsupial in jeans and sneakers with a Tasmanian devil complex be an ultimate? Because Crash rhymes with Smash. What, do you need me to go on a tangent and explain why this legendary 90s mascot with a good trilogy of games, a kart racer that rivals Mario Kart, that got really good remasters, needs to be in Smash Brothers? What's wrong with you people? What, do you need me to go on a tangent and explain why this legendary 90s mascot with a good trilogy of games was included in a remastered kart racer that rivals Mario Kart, that got really good remasters, needs to be in Smash? What's wrong with you people? Dragons are just inherently cool. You can make them the lamest thing in the universe and they end up being cooler than ice. It's like a law. You know what's cooler than a dragon? A dragon from the 90s. I don't know what they do with Spyro's moveset, but hey, they put this blue rat in Smash and all he does is spin. So anything's possible, I guess. Mascots in the 90s weren't just limited to furry woodland creatures like crocodiles and lizards that would cause children to question their sexuality as adults. They also included gun-toting action heroes that would cause children to question their sexuality as adults. Lara Croft has had limited presence on Nintendo systems, but she is video game royalty without question. Her gun-based gameplay might make her hard to translate into the gameplay, but hey, that never stopped Snake and Bayonetta from speaking in Smash. I would include both her Legends trilogy and reboot appearances. Her acrobatics could give close-range fighters a run for their money, and her final Smash could be... I don't know. Summoning a T-Rex to eat people. Look, I'm trying to be creative here, okay? It's really hard! If Cloud, who's never been on a Nintendo system, Kingdom Hearts does not count, fanboys, then I don't see why you can't bring Ms. Croft to Smash the competition. I know I've been putting multiple characters into one spot on this list, but you know what? It's my list, baby. I don't care if you bring out the torches and pitchforks. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, it turns out that it's not a good idea to antagonize people.
If Ryu and Ken are in Smash, then you gotta bring Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Personally, I've always been more of a fan of the Iceman.
Cometh
And Scorpion at this point is pretty much the franchise's poster boy. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just not into Scorpions. They don't like the things I've said about them. But I put these two rivals together because these two were meant to fight. You just can't have one without the other. It's like having Ryu without Ken, having Red without Blue, having Nicolas Cage without whatever movie he's in this week. I know it's Mortal Kombat, gore and blood and guts and all that wholesome shit. I'm actually okay with them leaving out the fatalities if it means getting these two legends to be playable. Again, look at Snake and Bayonetta, or even Cloud. Their games featured some pretty violent sturf. That kind of sticks with you. Mortal Kombat's place in gaming history cannot be overlooked, and it would be a disservice to not have these two bad dudes to be in this game. I don't know how to end this video. Hey, thanks for watching! Did you like this video? Well, if you want to see more like it, be sure to give a thumbs up, leave a comment, click on subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss a video. I'm Chrizinator, and I'll see you next time.